Hey guys, what is going on? This is Wrestlelamia, back with another episode. Join us now as Wrestlelamia looks at the 14th August edition of Raw, along with the wildest wrestling news stories and rumors you need to know, including AEW headed for a major meltdown, more backstage news on the rumored tension between CM Punk and the Elite, Sonya Deville updates her fans, and more. As always, Wrestlelamia won't recap the show, but look at the good, the bad, and the downright ugly. The good. The Judgment Day are badder than ever. Has the Judgment Day lost its edge? Well, there's palpable tension among the faction. The fearsome foursome seem to be more violent than ever. The Judgment Day lost their matches tonight, but they made their opponents pay big time, with Sami Zayn and Cody Rhodes both suffering a professional-grade ass-whooping. The Judgment Day can't, nor should they, win every match, but it's good to see them get the last word or stump in when they lose. What did Shinsuke say to Seth? What did Shinsuke say to Seth, and why was it so troubling to the Visionary? This angle created considerable suspense as fans are already speculating about Nakamura's remarks. If the WWE can deliver a logical payoff, this could make a match between the two seem like a true main event rather than another case of a perennial challenger vying for a title no one expects them to win. I'm your new partner. The WWE is definitely turning trash into treasure with the ongoing Chelsea's Got Talent storyline featuring Chelsea Green's hunt for a tag team partner to take over for her injured co-champion Sonya Deville. It's even more fun to see Piper Niven, yet another member of the WWE's hide-and-go-seek club, get some TV time by declaring she's Green's new tag partner, a situation sure to make for some interesting interactions between the WWE's resident Karen and its resident Juggernaut. Brilliant brawl between Trish and Becky. WWE dropped the ball by not booking Trish Stratus versus Becky Lynch, but tonight's wild post-match brawl was a good way to make fans forget and look ahead to what appears to be a rematch at Payback, with rumors already circulating it'll be a cage match. Drew heel turn coming? Is Drew McIntyre turning heel? Just having to deal with Matt Riddle is enough to make anyone turn heel, but the WWE is playing things close to the vest when it comes to whether the rumors of a McIntyre heel turn are true. The WWE has certainly opened the door for a heel turn with Riddle and McIntyre set to battle the New Day. WrestleLamia wouldn't be shocked to see the New Day win thanks to miscommunication between Riddle and McIntyre, leading to the Ultimate Bro eating a Claymore. Gunther versus Chad Gable should be epic. Is Chad Gable going to defeat Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship? The WWE seems determined to have the Ring General snap the Honky Tonk Man's record as the longest reigning IC champ, but the WWE is doing a superb job at building suspense that Gable will find a way to overcome Gunther's size and strength advantage. No LA Knight. LA Knight wasn't on Raw tonight, a situation which may have disappointed fans who enjoyed his surprise appearance last week, but one that's good for business. The WWE doesn't want to overexpose Knight, and it used his absence to hint that The Miz will head to SmackDown this Friday to confront him. This is an excellent example of how to use a wildly popular wrestler to cross-promote two programs. The bad. WWE needs one breakup storyline per show. Why can't the WWE put a hold on storylines involving tension in a faction? It's bad enough that the WWE has a breakup storyline on Raw and on SmackDown, but two on Raw is ridiculous. No viable challengers for Rhea besides Raquel? Is Raquel the only viable challenger for Rhea Ripley? It's understood that Becky Lynch is tied down with Trish Stratus, but what about Shayna Baszler? If Raquel is unable to wrestle due to a legitimate injury, the WWE should build a new program for Ripley. Sure, Ripley fans likely enjoy watching her demolish opponents, but it's not doing anything for the women's division. The downright ugly. Nothing ugly. Tonight's show was a bit formulaic, with the predictable exchanges between Seth Rollins and Shinsuke Nakamura, the usual Judgment Day beatdowns, and Maxine Dupree slapping Ludwig Kaiser. AEW primed for major meltdown backstage? Topping today's news are several follow-ups to yesterday's reports on potential problems backstage involving the Elite and CM Punk. Let's look at the latest, including a correction regarding a story about Hangman Adam Page being asked to leave Collision. Was Adam Page booted from Collision? Time for a follow-up on yesterday's rumor that Adam Page was sent to the 12th August Collision for a pre-tape, only to be told to go elsewhere. However, PW Insider is reporting that Page was not asked to leave Collision, and that this situation was simply a case of the location of the promo being moved to a different location, which had zero to do with CM Punk. Wrestling News' Andrew Ravens noted, several wrestlers are not allowed backstage at Collision shows, which is internally believed to have something to do with CM Punk not wanting certain people at shows he's booked. Ravens also added, Because Paige lives in the Greensboro area where Collision was being held, it wasn't a situation where Paige had to travel a long distance and then was sent home after doing the pre-tape. And one of Punk's post-show comments about Paige after Collision went off the air? Brian Alvarez recently revealed that, "What I can say is he did in fact send a text message to Hangman Page apologizing for the promo on Saturday. That is from both sides. That did happen. He did apologize to him via text message." What do you think of this latest development in the apparent tension between Punk and Page? Why didn't Punk apologize in person? One question you may be asking is why Punk apologized via text rather than in person. According to Fightful Select, Punk claims to people that he talks to that he still wants to sit down with Hangman Page, Young Bucks, and Kenny Omega, but they refuse. Those we spoke to say that Hangman Page generally avoids the situation and has not been interested in working with Punk at least over the last year or so. However, Punk may be trying to work out a program with Page. Fightful noted, "The situation was not a work on Hangman's end as of publishing this article, though many on Collision have said that they believe Punk is trying to work himself into an angle. Those close with the Elite say that these situations make them want to distance themselves more." Nonetheless, there are other reports of conflict between Punk and other wrestlers, which one pundit predicts will lead to a major meltdown in AEW. AEW headed for meltdown? Is AEW headed for a meltdown thanks to the rumored ongoing backstage tension between CM Punk and the Elite? While it's unknown just what is going on between the various players, a new story has surfaced concerning Ryan Nemeth. Nemeth was reportedly sent home from the 12th August Collision, and now PW Torch's Wade Keller is reporting on a previous incident from the 21st June Dynamite. The story conveyed to PW Torch is that Punk cornered Nemeth in the locker room, got inches from his face, and angrily and aggressively asked if they had a problem or if they needed to settle things outside. Punk cited to Nemeth that his comments on Twitter inflamed existing tensions and that the optics of the tweet sent a bad message. This incident was witnessed by numerous wrestlers and was characterized as awkward and weird. The various incidents suggest a potential blowout down the road if the situation is not resolved. Dave Meltzer weighed in on this during an episode of Wrestling Observer Radio. Not one, but I've had two people who pretty much said in the last 2 days that are not names anyone would come up with in this discussion, who basically told me like, this thing is going to be a giant explosion. It's going to be terrible for the company unless it's nipped in the bud right now, and when it happens, you can see it's happening and whatever. Can AEW fix this problem? A bold prediction from Eric Bischoff, as the former WCW executive, is predicting that it's only a matter of time before NXT beats Dynamite in the ratings. During his Strictly Business podcast, ATM Eric recently discussed NXT's use of main roster stars, particularly the white-hot heel Dominic Mysterio, to boost its ratings. Right now, arguably, Dominic Mysterio is probably not the hottest talent in WWE, but he's pretty hot, and now you bring Ray in as part of the storyline that's going on. Brilliant idea. There has been a noticeable bump in NXT's ratings during segments featuring Dominic and his mommy Rhea Ripley. Will the ratings jump even higher now that Rey Mysterio is involved? I predicted it last year or early this year. At some point in time, NXT is going to outperform Dynamite, and they're within about 100,000 viewers or less of doing that. I predicted it would happen this summer, and I'm gonna stick with that. It'll be interesting to see whether the WWE can do this and provide a venue for upcoming stars to hone their craft. WWE confused about Riddick Moss? What's going on with current Raw superstar Riddick Moss? Moss, who was drafted from SmackDown along with his real life, as well as storyline girlfriend Emma, has been incognito. While the former Madcap Moss isn't the only superstar who's been sitting on the sidelines, Ringside News is reporting on why Moss has been more or less missing in action. We've asked around about Riddick Moss, and there's nothing to tell. A tenured member of the creative team told us no one knows what to do with Madcap Moss. He's just never connected with the fans. Actually, Moss seemed to connect with the fans after he split from Happy Corbin and enjoyed a push for several months. However, the WWE's subsequent decision to turn him into a curtain jerker hasn't done him any favors. Sonya Deville updates her fans. Last but not least, Sonya Deville has a long recovery ahead of her after suffering an ACL tear during a 28th July match on SmackDown. However, Deville is already looking ahead as she recently posted an update on her condition after undergoing surgery to repair her tear, noting she's already moving around. Sonya's tag team partner Chelsea Green told Witty Whittier about Sonya's progress during an interview. Well, she's doing amazing. I mean, as you guys know, she's a very, very strong woman. So she had the surgery the other day and she's already on the mend, already in therapy, and we're communicating every day because that's what true tag champions do. They stay in touch, they support each other, and when she comes back, I'm ready to have her by my side again. As always, Wrestlelamia sends its best to Sonya for a speedy and full recovery. Well guys, there you have it, Wrestlalamia's analysis of the 14th August 2023 edition of Raw, as well as the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know in wrestling. Be sure to leave your comments, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel, check out our website, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and I'll see you next time for some more wrestling content.